You know, there's a certain magic to hunting, a quiet patience. You sit there, becoming part of the woods, waiting for that one perfect moment. You imagine bringing home the prize buck, the stories you'll tell. Well, I had that perfect moment. I was sure of it. Except my prize buck had a pointy red hat and was made entirely of ceramic. The morning was just perfect, almost painfully so. The air was so crisp it felt like you could take a bite out of it, and the smell of damp earth and decaying leaves. Every step I took made this loud crunch. I was up in my deer stand before the sun even thought about rising, nursing a thermos of coffee that was black, bitter, and beautifully hot. It was just me and the slow, quiet awakening of the forest. Hours went by. Nothing. You start to think, maybe today's a bust. And then, out of the corner of my eye, a flicker. So small you could miss it. I froze. There it was again. A flash of white down in the brush. And right above it, a speck of bright red. Now, deer ain't known for their fashion sense, so that red hat threw me for a loop. But the excitement, it just took over. My heart went from 0 to 60 in a second. I slowly, carefully grabbed my binoculars. The stalk was on. Oh, I was a real woodsman, let me tell you. Every lesson I ever learned came flooding back. I got down on my belly, ignoring the cold mud seeping into my jeans, moving slower than a shadow. The only sound was my own breathing, trying to keep it quiet.
For what felt like an eternity, but was probably close to 3 hours, I tracked this thing. The strangest part was it never moved, not an inch. He's smart, this one, I thought. He's bedding down, feels safe. So I used every bit of cover I could find, moving from one tree to the next, convinced I was the ghost of the forest. I finally crept up to a big old oak tree, maybe 50 yards away, the perfect vantage point.
This was it, the moment of truth. My hands were shaking a little as I brought the binoculars up, the cold metal feeling strange against my skin. I took a deep, slow breath, just like my daddy taught me. Easy now, Hank, I whispered to myself. Don't mess this up. Every nerve in my body was buzzing. The anticipation was just about killing me. I slowly turned the focus wheel, the blurry shapes snapping into sharp relief. Okay, here we go. I saw the flash of white. It was a long, flowing beard. That ain't right. Then I saw the bright red hat, which was pointy, very pointy. Then the little blue coat, and was that a tiny fishing rod? And finally, the smuggest, most cheerful little painted smile I have ever laid eyes on. It was a garden gnome. I just stayed there, kneeling behind that tree, the binoculars still pressed to my face. The sounds of the forest rushed back in. The birds chirping, the wind in the leaves, sounds I hadn't even noticed for hours. I could feel the heat rising in my face, a deep blush that went from my neck all the way to the tips of my ears. My expert hunter pride didn't just vanish, it evaporated in a puff of pure, uncut foolishness. And just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, a cheerful voice sliced through the silence. An old lady I'd never seen before popped her head over a rustic fence from the property next door. She waved and yelled, "Oh, isn't he cute? Don't mind Bartholomew, he just loves watching the bird feeder." I wanted the earth to open up and swallow me whole. Bartholomew. His name was Bartholomew. That day, I didn't bring home any venison, but I think I brought home something better. A story that's given me 30 years of laughs. Sometimes the biggest trophy isn't the one you hang on the wall. It's the one you can tell your friends. So go on, make me feel better. Tell me your most embarrassing, I can't believe I did that moment in the comments. If you enjoyed this tale, be sure to subscribe. See you down the road.